Hey, good morning. This is Bob. It is August 19th, 2026, and I wanted to try something kind of new. I wanted to talk about some of the things that are in the news, and I wanted to give my thoughts about it. And this first thing that is in the news is regarding this couple that was stopped by what appeared to be two Phoenix police officers. It is really a bizarre story. I mean, this could end up like in a movie or something. So this couple allegedly was stopped. They said that Phoenix police pulled him over. They tased the woman. The guy got back into the vehicle and sped off. What was reported on the news is that he sped off and got away, but left his girlfriend there. Eventually let go by the Phoenix police. The police did not have their cameras, their body cams on. I want to make a suggestion that the company that makes these body cams, some kind of sensor sees somebody like that. At that point it would turn on. There's no body cam footage. I think it's weird that both police officers apparently evidently did not have their body cams on. That's kind of strange. The other thing I want to mention on this is that so the news reported that they have been placed on administrative leave. Is it administrative leave with pay or without pay? Because they shouldn't be placed on administrative leave with pay if they were acting like criminals. Okay, this next story that I saw in the news this morning was, this is a sad story. This is about a little 2-year-old toddler. And his mother was arrested for having left him in a garage. Okay, we live in Phoenix, Arizona. It is so freaking hot here. It's summertime, it's August, and oh my gosh, a garage can get really hot. For example, the inside of a car, not an inside of a car that's in a garage, but an inside of a car. When you're parked in a parking lot, it's not untrue to say that the interior of that car that is parked in the parking lot can get up about 130, 140 degrees or hotter. And for this woman how do you forget your 2-year-old and leave him in the garage? And then the news is reporting that she had drugs, and I don't know, but we got to take care of our kids. There's so many families that would gladly raise that child, yet the most loving decision is for a woman that knows that she is not capable of providing for the child. It's got to be the most difficult decision ever, and yet the most loving decision ever is to place that baby for adoption. Place her child for adoption. Somebody might argue and say, well, yeah, but she lost the child. She didn't lose the child. She gave the child an opportunity to be raised in a loving family, a family that can love on him and raise him up to be the next Einstein or the next Moses that leads people out of captivity. And more than likely, I'm going to guess that this little toddler is going to probably be adopted and placed maybe in the system and be able to, I hope it's not placed in a system where they're going to be raised and for somebody that is going to foster a child temporarily. And I, you know, I know that people get paid to foster children, and God forbid that they're doing it for the money. That's a broken system. Okay, this one, you guys, this one is near and dear to my heart, and I want to tell you why. This is a story about Kyrsten Sinema, a senator here in Arizona. She was a Democrat. I think she's left the Democratic Party and is an independent. Checked out my previous videos. From the time I was 10 years old until I was 12 or a little older than 12, I guess, the guy that lived across the street sexually abused me. He raped me multiple times. He molested me probably close to 200 times. He took pictures when he was raping me. The guy was a sicko. He got off on all this stuff. His wife worked as in hospital administration. She found the pictures. She did not report him, but she used the pictures to better her life. She used, well, that's my guesswork here, is I think that he never went to prison. He never got caught. This guy had threatened me as a little kid. He threatened to kill my family if I said a word. And he would emphasize this every time. Every time he would do me, he would emphasize about killing my family. Bob, how does this connect to Senator Kyrsten Sinema? He was able to locate them some years ago on social media. Finally, I had searched and searched and searched. I called the Phoenix police and reported this 3 different times when I got older, and all 3 times the statute of limitations is passed, and so there's nothing we can do. And it's like, okay, they committed the crime, and you know where they live now. You know, he lived in Washington after she divorced him, and she lived in Peoria. She is the celebrated hospital administrator, nationally known, yet she didn't turn him in. Didn't want to smear any mud on her name, I guess. So I found him on social media. Found him on social media, and I wrote her a letter. And because I know her, I know where she lives. Okay, I know about all her real estate, actually, and it was a very nice letter. I mean, I labored over this letter. I enjoy writing. I sent it to a return receipt, the whole thing. Okay, it got signed. Never heard anything back, and I made it really, really clear that, hey, I'm writing a book, and I really need some answers. I'd like to know, what would you do with the pictures? I'd like to know, why didn't you turn them in? I'd like to know why didn't you consider getting me help, like therapy, counseling? It effed my life up. It took me decades to work through this. I'm 68 years old. Thank God for Jesus. Yeah, and thank God for my wife. Wow. Working through this stuff was a long road, decades long, decades, not a decade, decades. She didn't respond to the letter, and anyways, you know, I spoke to some attorneys, and I was very frustrated about all this, and so I started reaching out to different political people trying to get some help, different journalists trying to get some help, trying to get a little traction on all this, and you know what? I mean, I'm gonna educated guess that I sent probably 2 or 3 dozen communications to different politicians, and journalists that write about child sex crimes. This is their forte, right? Kyrsten Sinema is the only one that responded, and I will always love her for that. I always respect her for that. So anyway, she's in the news, and oh, by the way, she said, "Get policy change, get policy change, get policy change to where a judge can lift the statute of limitations, can get a police investigation, and then, from there just get justice, because I will always want justice." So she put me on that track. She put me on that path, and it's like, God bless her for giving me that direction. I don't know what to say about all the other people that just wasn't important enough. It wasn't important enough, or maybe they're, hiding in the shadows about stuff. Who knows? So she's in the news now, and I want to point something out that's a big deal. She's in the news. It's called a home wrecker charge from the woman that is married or was married to the guy that Kyrsten Sinema says that she had a affair with. This takes me back to that story that Jesus tells in the Bible about the woman that was caught in the act of adultery, and they wanted to stone her. And they even told Jesus, the law says that she should be stoned. Jesus forgave her. But where was the guy? Where was the guy? Where is the husband in this? Why isn't his wife or ex-wife, why isn't she suing him? I guess he was Kyrsten Sinema's bodyguard. This wife, I feel bad for because her husband cheated on her anyway. So that's this news story.